Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. All things are subject to interpretation. Whichever interpretation prevails at a given time is a function of power and not truth. We should consider every day lost on which we have not danced at least once. And we should call every truth false which was not accompanied by at least one laugh. He who would learn to fly one day must first learn to stand and walk and run and climb and dance. One cannot fly into flying. It is impossible to suffer without making someone pay for it. Every complaint already contains revenge. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. The true man wants two things, danger and play. For that reason he wants woman, as the most dangerous plaything. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. On the mountains of truth you can never climb in vain. Either you will reach a point higher up today, or you will be training your powers so that you will be able to climb higher tomorrow. Those who cannot understand how to put their thoughts on ice should not enter into the heat of debate. Many are stubborn in pursuit of the path they have chosen, few in pursuit of the goal.
We often refuse to accept an idea merely because the tone of voice in which it has been expressed is unsympathetic to us. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies, but also to hate his friends. There is an innocence in admiration. It is found in those to whom it has never yet occurred that they too might be admired someday. When one has finished building one's house, one suddenly realizes that in the process, one has learned something that one really needed to know, in the worst way, before one began. One has to pay dearly for immortality. One has to die several times while one is still alive. Nothing is beautiful, only man. On this piece of naivete rests all aesthetics. It is the first truth of aesthetics. Let us immediately add its second. Nothing is ugly but degenerate man. The domain of aesthetic judgment is therewith defined. The world itself is the will to power and nothing else, and you yourself are the will to power and nothing else. Arrogance on the part of the meritorious is even more offensive to us than the arrogance of those without merit, for merit itself is offensive. I do not know what the spirit of a philosopher could more wish to be than a good dancer. For the dance is his ideal, also his fine art, finally also the only kind of piety he knows, his divine service. There are various eyes. Even the Sphinx has eyes, and as a result there are various truths, and as a result there is no truth.